So I'm talking about the ability to build things. So did you have the image of Walter? Did you say I want to do an old man?
I was going to say I went to the ventriloquist convention and there was a guy. Okay, back to Edgar Bergen. Had made Bergen for a Disney movie had a frowning Charlie made a frowning Charlie that was a pirate. Just looked like that, right?
Right.
And there was a guy, a dummy maker at the convention that made a frowning dummy, an old man dummy.
Right.
And nobody in the dealer's room would touch the thing. Like, what are you going to do with a frowning dummy? He's not happy. He can't tell jokes. What are you going to do with that thing? And I kept walking by it going, there's something to this.
It's a great character.
Yeah. And so I said, can I? And they had a dealer's show. And he was just, he didn't want to get on stage. And I said, can I borrow that for the dealer's show? And he goes, sure. I went back to the room. I wrote like 9 jokes for a grumpy old man. I thought, this will work for about 3 minutes. And I went on stage and killed with it for about 10 minutes. And so I went back to him and I said, could I buy this from you? And again, this was 1986. Right. I said, can I buy this from you? And it was $2,000. And he goes, yeah. I said, can you give me a break on the cost? Because I don't have $2,000 to spend on a dummy. He goes, nope, the price is what it is. I said, I think I'll make him famous. And he goes, nope, price is what it is. I'm like, okay. So I went back home. I made my own frowning dummy with a mirror and a chunk of clay and a knife. And I pretty much, sculpted my own face in old man form. And that was that.
It's a great.
You never
character.
sculpted before?
Nope, never sculpted before. So I just
That's so fucking amazing.
well, yeah, and then this Walter is version 2. So
Is he that different? Like, can I see his face?
he's not much different. Well, what happened was I got on the Best Damn Sports Show period. Remember with Tom Arnold's show?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting with these giant athletes, and I'm on 2 or 3 times, and Walter was very tiny,
Right.
And it didn't look right. So I went home and I built a bigger Walter. And by the time I got him finished, they didn't want me on the show anymore. So I had a bigger Walter, and that's what I've used.
And that's
since.
the bigger Walter.
Yeah, but his face is.
How many of these are there?
This one and the one, the original one, and then another one that I made for the Hertz commercial. Saw that I did a Hertz commercial where we had to get wet, and we were so I had to make a waterproof one.
Beck, you got to make a waterproof puppet.
So
Let me bring him out. I love him.
Does the character come first and then the jokes, or jokes and then you think of a character to create?
That's a really good question. Nowadays, what I've been doing is I just think up the character. Yeah, I think up the character, and then I build the character, and then
The jokes.
the jokes.
But the character is sometimes the joke. Like it would with Ahmed, it was like because
of course.
9/11. You said, okay, I'm going to do 9/11 jokes. Let me come up with Ahmed.
Well, I didn't do 9/11 jokes. I did jokes about the idiots that caused 9/11.
Right.
Right.
Well, that's
different.
what I'm saying.
That's
Fucking
completely different.
assholes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
Let me see. This is amazing. Look at that.
Oh, man.
But can you imagine that he carved that?
No, I sculpted him.
Something-
See, usually
What's the difference between carving and sculpting?
sculpting is with clay, and then you make a mold, and then you put whatever you want in the. Yeah, sure. Hey, and you were talking about looking at the dummy when he's talking. My favorite thing is when I do like a television interview and the guy with the microphone does this.
Oh yeah, he moves
how
the
many
microphone.
times? Yeah, he'll move the microphone. And like, no, I get this is good, but